Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Metro. And we are underway for this scheduled 12-rounder. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Nice combination, landing more than one. Both were able to score. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. A little head hunting with the right. Lands the left after setting it up with a jab. Well, it's very easy to see here. You have one fighter who has a distinct advantage in terms of the reach. What do you have to do when you're fighting a guy who you know can bring that long arm out and get there before you can?
So there's two ways to deal with a taller fighter. One is the traditional way. Just tuck up, get a good defense, and make sure you start working your way in. Slip the punch, take that height advantage away. Bring your legs. The other is to step out, believe it or not. Elicit the taller guy to give up his height. Make him come to you.
Romero's defense is paying off now. Romero's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Will you look at this? Look at this pace that these two are fighting at so early in the fight. Teddy, each man must have been determined to think they can get the other one out of here early.
Yeah, I want to see who blinked first, though. That's what's interesting to me. Who changed? They can't both keep this up.
Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. Final 10 seconds. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Here we go. Round 2 is underway. And he's holding. That right hand serving him well. And now a little combination punching, landing both shots. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Just an excessive amount of holding here. Just much too much clinching. Nice work to the midsection with the left. He returns the favor with an uppercut. There's a nice left hand able to get in. Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. A little defense turns to offense by Romero. Nice combination there. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Right to the head with that right. He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. Nicely timed 1-2. Oh, that's a big hook right there. Good step back counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Wow, Teddy, he's got some great hand speed there. That combination was an example of it.
Yeah, it was. You know, not a lot of power, not a lot of pop with it, but boy, it catches your attention. And you know what? That kind of speed can intimidate a guy and keep his opponent maybe from moving his hands later on.
Fires right back at him. Just 10 seconds to go here in the second round. So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back in Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore Atlas Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Joe. We did well. We had our dinner, our yearly dinner, where we're able to raise money to help people that are in need, people that have nowhere else to go for help. Whether it's a mother that can't pay the cancer treatment for a 7-year-old daughter, we're able to pick up that insurance. But the thing that I want to take a second to thank everybody for is that it's a collective effort. It's all the people that allow us the resources to go out there and help those people.
There's that overhand right. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Well-timed, well-placed uppercut there. Fires off that hook. Coming to the halfway point of this third round.
Keep moving.
Each man able to land an uppercut. Now this is exactly what I love about an offensive fighter, Teddy. A guy who's able to put together the multi-punch combinations and make it look like it's just the sweet science.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you can do when you have good fundamentals. Not just good physical ability. That's only part of the equation. But just good technical ability. And that's what he's doing. He's snapping his punches. They're nice and clean. They're crisp. They're short. They're together.
Pace yourself.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Good combination to the head. This is turning into a wasted effort here as we reflect on the first 3 rounds and get the chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Yes, he's throwing punches, but nothing's landing clean. He's down on your scorecard, 3-zip.
Yeah, he's wide open every time he goes, and he's getting caught counter, especially that right hand, right up the middle.
And now you see him realizing why he's had success. He was aggressive at the end of the last round. He's coming out aggressive here in this round.
Hey, if it's not broke, don't fix it. He's staying with it.
Relax.
Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
Head moving.
That's a solid right hand by Romero. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. Zones in on that overhand right. Took a shot, now he gives a left. A headshot blocked. You had to see it to believe it the first 2 minutes of these rounds. Now these fighters are trying to make everybody a believer in the final 60 seconds.
And this is why you understand the dimension of this sport like no other sport. At the end of this, how both participants will have mutual great respect for each other.
Good fundamental work, landing the 1-2 there. That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Accurate counter punch by Romero. Romero's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Round number 5 has arrived. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 ass spin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counter punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's the better prescription for him. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Romero's making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. Effective counter punching, blocks it away, overhand right. Halfway into round number 5 here.
Focus.
Back and forth exchange. Putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. knocking with that right hand. Romero's inability to get away from his opponent's right hand is costing him.
He continues to pull straight back, and he's still in the path of the punch.
Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Accurate hook. And we come to the end of the round. In between rounds here, Romero's eye is completely swollen shut. What would you be telling him?
Well, this is going to sound a little tiny harsh, but guess what? These are tough business. I tell him, you have two eyes, right? Use the good one.
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Combination to the head. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with a right hand after getting scored upon. Good double jab by Romero. Nice work with the jab on the outside. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Romero's now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent. Oh, that's gotta hurt! And a big punch puts him down. So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
Romero's defense penetrated by a well-targeted uppercut. Good exchange. He fires back. Nailed by a huge uppercut. He got rocked. He just got rocked, and he's still taking punches.
The only way right now is to grab on a little bit, stop this flow.
And round 6 comes to an end. You sit ringside long enough, and you get a sense at what the scorecards are going to look like. And sometimes they throw you off a little bit. But we know who should be ahead on the scorecards in this fight.
Yeah, and he does too, and his opponent does too, and you see it in his body language. He's starting to get a little discouraged a little bit. And of course you see also that the guy winning right now, he's starting to behave like a guy that's winning. He's staying outside a little more, using those feet a little bit more, almost going into that kind of prevent defense you see in football.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. You know, you go out there, a fighter like this, you were just knocked down in the last round. Now you gotta go out there, you gotta prove to your opponent, hey, I'm fine. You gotta prove to the whole arena, hey, look at me, I'm fine. You also have to prove a lot to yourself, though, don't you?
Yeah, but you have to remember, that's a good question, but you have to remember, this fighter has been there before. So just remember, I have dealt with it before. And then you have to beat David Copperfield. A little bit of a magician, a little smoke and mirrors, and con your opponent. Let him think you're alright, let him think you even want to fight, when really you just want to buy a little time.
Punches and bunches, combination up top. That counterpunch was very effective. He scored well. Nice work by Romero. Good looking right hand after he got hit. He gets off with a combination up top. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. He got hit, but he sends it right back. He's committed to the combination punching now. It's working out well up top. Oh, he turns it over right into a hook. And that does it for this round. He has such a sharp, piercing attack. Just look at his opponent's face here as we start round number 8, and he's up big on Teddy's scorecard.
See, you described that right, Joe. Sharp and piercing, you know, his punches are so accurate. You know, it's not that he's throwing a zillion punches, but he's not missing. Everything he throws is landing.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Solid right by Romero. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. He throws a big wide punch and leaves himself wide open.
Well, it's like leaving your window open in your house in the middle of winter. You know, a lot of cold air's gonna come in. Guess what?
Solid. And for the second time tonight, he goes down. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The ref stops the fight. Romero's in prime form. Power surge here. Knockdown winner. The beauty of this game, it doesn't matter how much you lose.
Hands up high, we're bringing the noise. Sports, lakas ng Pinoy. Champions rise, we making the choice.